Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this week's Tuesday review video, I thought I would do two products in one because they're both by Rare Beauty and they're sort of similar products. They're both cheap products and I kind of thought it was cheating to do them as separate videos, to be honest. So we're going to talk about both of these. So first up is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. And then the second product we're going to take a look at is the Rare Beauty Positive Light Liquid Luminizer Highlight. So, Rare Beauty is one of those brands that launched this year, and I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of new brands, I just haven't been interested in them. It's sort of, someone described it as makeup lines are the new fragrance lines. Like, every single public person has their own line. And I don't really have a problem with most of these people having lines because I feel like by oversaturating the market, sort of they're making products get better because now we know we can get better things for cheaper. So I don't mind that. And I know Selena Gomez had mentioned in the past that she wanted her own beauty line someday. And so, you know, like I'm not mad that she has a line. I'm not mad that any of these people have lines, but I just like when she originally announced it, there was nothing that I was really intrigued by. But then when the brand itself actually launched, I appreciate the brand for the price point, first of all. She didn't launch with a super duper luxury brand. Everything is on the more affordable side of Sephora, so I really appreciate that. And second of all, there was sort of a lot of back and forth on the interwebs of if the sort of easy open packaging was intentional or not. There was like a Mandela effect thing where some people said Selena said that, but then we couldn't find any examples of Selena saying that. But regardless, even if it was accidental, I love this packaging so much because of how easy it is to open. If you watch this channel, you have seen me struggle to open packages so many times, and I usually cut out 80% of the time that it takes me to open packages. So by having these nubbins at the end, on the blush it's this flat circle, and on the luminizer it's a sphere, having that to help you grab it. And I know Selena has a lot of issues with her hands, and you can kind of see it in her Vogue video where she does her own makeup. Having these sort of easy open packages, like, I just have mad respect for that. And then once I started seeing people use these products, I didn't think they were getting the love that they deserved because they were beautiful. And I eventually had to go out and buy them, and I actually did buy them during the sale, so they were even cheaper, but I'm just really excited about them. So taking a look at them on the Sephora website, let's look at the blush first overall, okay? So this is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. They do have two sort of lines of this. There's a radiant finish and a matte finish. This one is the matte finish, and it is in the shade Bliss, which is the lightest shade of the matte blushes. What it is, a weightless, long-lasting liquid blush that blends and builds beautifully for a soft, healthy flush, available in matte and dewy finishes. Suggested usage. Gently remove excess product from applicator. Use the doe foot applicator to place 1 or 2 dots on each cheek. Use fingertips and gently pat into skin for a seamless finish. So, when they say wipe off the excess, that's definitely something I do. So when I open it up, I always pull out the little applicator. It's one of those big doe foot applicators, not a small one. And I do always wipe off that excess on the thing, on the inside of packaging, you know what I mean? I definitely do more than 2 dots. I start at the back of my cheek and then I kind of dot forward because I do rub it in with my foundation brush. So there's still foundation on it, so it's going to kind of shear it out a little bit. And one of the things that I've never really liked about my makeup when I had done it traditionally, like before this, was so if I'm wearing foundation and concealer, it's covering up all of the natural flush in my cheeks. But when I use powder blush, oftentimes powder blushes end up so sort of powdery that they make my cheeks look drier. So I've been always looking for sort of like a cream or liquid blush formula that I could use instead. But my issue with cream blushes is oftentimes they come in a little compact, and then eventually at some point I don't close the compact correctly or something happens and that cream blush dries out quickly. So what I love about this so much is, first of all, because you get so much product in here, you get 0.25 fluid ounces or 7.5 milliliters for, I don't even think I told you what the price was. Let me look again. For $26 Canadian. That's not a bad price at all for this much product and a blush, and from Sephora. First of all, I'm going to have this forever because I'm hardly using any product. And second of all, because it's easy to open and close, it's not going to dry out. It gives you such a beautiful, like in this shade on me, it's a very natural blush. But I could get some of the other colors and go for something that's a little more orange or a little more fun or whatever. And I just feel like it blends so nicely into my skin. And because it's a liquid, it doesn't dry my cheeks out because I always have sort of dryness areas on my cheeks. It just blends out so beautifully, and I just absolutely love these. I know with wearing masks, we're not really showing our cheeks very often, so obviously this is not a sort of product that I would recommend you run out and get now if you're wearing masks all the time. But for me, I'm always shooting YouTube videos, so I'm always wearing blush. So for me, like, this at first was like one of those products where I wasn't sure if I was going to buy it or not. And then I happened to go to Sephora during the sale, like a physical Sephora, and they only had one of this shade left, so I bought it. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I didn't miss out on it. Highly recommend. If you sort of, depending on your skin tone, you can sort of look at the different shades. Obviously, anyone can wear any color that they want, but I do like that she kind of has the lighter shades for lighter skin tones, and then she went into the sort of deeper, richer colors that someone with a darker skin tone could actually, like, really rock, because, you know, that was sort of a low-key fear that I had, was that Selena maybe wouldn't launch with as many inclusive shades, maybe say as Brianna would. I kind of thought she might launch smaller and then grow, but no, she did a great job with the shade range. Now let's go into the big ol' highlighter. It's a little bit of a bigger packaging. So this is the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez Positive Light Liquid Luminizer. This retails for $29 Canadian, and I have mine in the shade Enlighten, which is considered their champagne shade, and it is sort of the lightest shade in their little lineup. What it is, a silky second skin liquid highlighter that creates a lasting, soft, and luminous finish. How to use. Suggested usage. Using the doe foot applicator, apply 1 or 2 dots wherever you want to add a touch of glow. High points of the cheeks, brow bone, or bridge of nose. So very similar to my thoughts on the blush. This is a big package that's going to last you forever because of how little product you need. And I, like, you know, if you watch this channel, that I love sort of liquid or cream highlights. One of my favorite highlights of all time is the Ciate London Dewy Stick, because it is clear and it just looks like your skin is wet. To me, this sort of falls in the same category as that, except for because it is actually like a liquid highlighter with some dry down, it doesn't transfer quite as much as the Dewy Stick does. Like, my hair gets stuck in the Dewy Stick, not in this. This does dry down a little bit, but if used correctly and not too close to my eyes, not too close to my wrinkles, it does just give me, like I'm wearing it right now, that sort of wet, glowy, shiny skin that just looks healthy. So I apply it the same way I apply the blush. I take out the big, massive doe foot applicator. I wipe off the excess on the inside of the container, and I start at the corner, sort of out by the sort of height of my cheekbone, if you will, out by my eye. And then I like to dot going forward and then up on over my eyebrow, just sort of along that whole high point of the bone. And then I do blend this in with just the Beauty Blender because I want the sponge to sort of pick up any excess product. And I just feel like if I use the brush, now that I have foundation and blush on the brush, it might just kind of muddy it up a little bit. So I do only use the sponge on my highlighter. All in all, I did not care about Rare Beauty when it launched. I wasn't excited. I wasn't intrigued. I even watched reviews of people getting products when they first came out, and I didn't care about anything except for these two. I was so interested in these two. And then eventually, I just went and bought them. And I'm so glad I did because I love them so much, and it makes me want to try more things from the brand. Like, if the blush and the highlighter are this good, what about the foundation? What about the concealer? And they had the easy openable packages. Like, again, even if that wasn't intentional, I have a heck of a time opening most packages, and I can open these. So I love that. I think Selena absolutely knocked it out of the park with this makeup line. I think it really reflects her and her personal makeup style, but it's also really great for, like, everyone else and what everyone else wants to wear and how they look. That's the thing about sort of celebrity makeup brands, if I may. A lot of the time I don't feel like they reflect the celebrity. Like, Lady Gaga's makeup line, to me, it looks nothing like her. You know what I mean? It's not really fun, there's not really anything exciting, and I just feel like overall Lady Gaga's line has been sort of a letdown. But Selena Gomez's line looks just like her. It's exactly how I would have imagined a Selena Gomez line to be, and it's so beautiful, and I have nothing but respect for the fact that she made it affordable, because she could have went higher priced, and her stans would have bought it. But now someone like me, who's like a casual, you know, I don't have a problem with Selena Gomez. I used to watch Wizards of Waverly Place all the time. Someone like me who's a casual fan, saw these, liked them, and could afford to buy them. So I just really have massive respect for that, and I love these. And I think if you're someone who's looking for that really, like, natural makeup where you just look awesome and healthy and pretty, like, I think you would really like the formula on both of these. And I'm looking forward to someday, when I win the lottery, I can afford these things again, trying both the foundation and the concealer. I feel like that was way more long-winded than it needed to be. The TLDR is that I really like them, and I want to try more things from Selena Gomez's line. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and you subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye!